Hello and welcome to the TLP. Wait a second. The Lost Portal is what TLP stands for. So if I say the TLP, that's the Lost Portal. Well, I did want to go ahead and show you what we've been doing, but I thought I'd give it some contrast. So we're going to also do a little commentary on the first episode, and we're going to take the path that my daughter took to get to Escoletown. Hello, I'm the Hobo Gamer, and welcome to Daddycraft, a survival Minecraft series created by a father and a gamer trying to figure out why this Minecraft thing has stuck around so long. Bought this game from my daughter when she asked for it, and for about 6 months we've been playing it in the creative world together, and recently she was watching a series by Phineas Rage called Minecraft for Kids, which teaches them how to start a new world in a survival setting, and she wanted to try her own. So she spawned, ran about 400 blocks through a desert, past a village, found this place, found a little cave over there, and mined some cobblestone out and made this cobblestone house. She grabbed some wood and made this fence. I helped her with the reading and the crafting, but she did everything herself. And here we are at her starter house. So we're walking through her original path here of how she ended up in the desert savanna that we now call Escoletown, named after a white horse I gave her, which despawned one day. You can see how tiny the little starter shack was. She built that all by herself, and this was her first survival world. And I didn't help her one bit. I think I helped her with the andesite, and that's about it on the roof. I had touch controls on an iPhone. Most of it used to be cobblestone. Now it's all been replaced, except for this little corner right here. Escoletown has grown a lot since we started playing. I didn't imagine I would be able to build so many farms and understand redstone so well. A lot of the time I do still lean on the tutorial without understanding what's going on, but I'm starting to get a better sense of how things work, and I'm able to modify things and fix things when they break. Sometimes. We play on Bedrock, speaking of bugs, and I play on an iPad. That is my primary gaming device. My only other gaming device is an iPhone. I prefer the iPad because it's a larger screen. I play mostly games that have controller support, though I do play some puzzle games that are touch-based. You can see I am flying through here. This is the back of Escoletown. The building behind me, well, that tower there is the War Tower. That was when we tried to do a storyline in Chapter 3. It was quite horrible. Below me is the ice cream parlor that Dash built, and I helped build the outside of it. And then this is the library. It was going to be a hotel, but we decided to call it a library because we needed librarians more than any other villager, though there are supposed to be other types of villagers in here. So what am I doing with the TLP series? The TLP series is focusing on documenting our server, The Lost Portal. I had planned on moving. The move got delayed, so I wanted to start a new show, but I wanted to set up in a quieter place because I am moving to a quieter location. But that move got delayed, and I have been just nipping at the bud to just edit some video, and I part of me just does this series not so somebody will watch it, but so I have something to make. And I do like to document our world. I think it's interesting to see how far it's come in 4 years. And this is the storage room that that actually we're walking through. It's our old cave, our old mining system. If you can see in the playback of day one, that was the mining. That's where we dug down and mined all our diamonds. And now there is a giant hole that I keep digging and digging and digging because I want a cave to store a whole bunch of farms next to our storage facility. It is a giant storage facility, and I'm building a second floor. I'm not sure if I'm going to attach the entire storage center to it, but I do want the extra space here, and I want the farms next to it. This is not 118 generation, though. This is something that this world is 4 years old, so it was solid stone to begin with. and we've gotten quite the ways down. I'm shooting at this point to get down to bedrock. However, I think it might be a lofty goal. It turns out deep slate is a lot harder to mine than stone, even with a beacon. There are tricks in bedrock to do that. Part of the series is going to be me just making this hole and then prettifying it. I do want to be talking about Minecraft things, maybe experiment with different formats. It's going to be a bit of a casual show. This is the show I'm going to do before we start our next series, after I move. So this is going to be a show that I do while moving. I might put it aside. I might do a lot of episodes. I'm not going to have a schedule for it or anything. Perhaps you may call it a practice show for future endeavors, but we'll see what happens. I don't know how far down I'm going to get. Right now, that hole intimidates me. Let me show you the rest of Escoletown. I'm going to show you how big the place has gotten since the two starter houses. Over there, brief glimpse of the two stables that we have. Once we get back here, this is Hilltop, this is Dash's area. And I promised her exclusive rights to this entire area, so I will not build on this hilltop. They're all her builds. Over to our right that's right there. That tower is the war tower. We tried to do a funny kind of storyline in chapter 3 of Daddycraft, when I was doing Daddycraft with Dash. And then if we come over here, this is New Escoletown. Dash started it with that base right there. And then over here, I built another house so I could be next to her and keep her company. And right there, that, I don't recognize that. That's a beautiful flower, though. Let's land and check it out. You know, I didn't even realize Dash came back here, but she must have come back here at some point and built this. That's gorgeous. I love her artwork. I'm really not good at doing things like that. I'm good at building structures, and that's about it. She's got such a natural creative flair for that stuff. Okay, let's check out the rest of New Escoletown. Speaking of things I'm good at, well, it's not redstone, but I pretend to be. Over here is Bee Village and the Mushroom Factory, if we can find it. I flew a little too high. There it is. So there's our honeycomb factory and our mushroom farm. The honeycomb factory is supposed to also produce honey, but I have to fix the redstone for that to happen, and there's a couple of other things. So we do have one reason to come back here, is after we're done collecting enough honeycomb to fix it so it collects honey. But I might be making a honey collection center in the big cave that we're digging out. That's about all that's back here, so if I do that, I don't know if we'll have much reason to come back here. Maybe just we should come back here and fix it anyway, just to say that everything's working. I think that's a good idea. That's what this whole series is about, right? So we'll do that.
Some people think that here at Mojang we take a and then they activate the shriek and hear like
and tops. It's a hostile mob that attacks you with clouds of flying ice.
Is a little bit like halfway up the towers. We actually decided to build a small perch.
Eggs!